originally from California, Silicon Valley, Cupertino area, literally Cupertino. I moved out of there when I was 20. My husband is born and raised in Oregon. He left Oregon to go join the military. He's lived in Germany. That's where we met, when we both lived in Germany. So when he retired, he wanted to settle down in Oregon. A lot cheaper than California, so yeah, sure, great. We love it here. Beautiful Pacific Northwest. We bought a home here. We started a family here. It's just beautiful. Got even more beautiful because they decriminalized hard drugs, and you see it everywhere in the news now about Oregon, the first state to decriminalize hard drugs. But they leave out some fine print. Now I'll talk a little bit. There's been great study on LSD, so now if people really wanted to, they could kind of experiment on LSD. Microdosing has been proven to actually help PTSD and depression. Another thing, magic mushrooms is legalized, not even decriminalized, meaning you don't even get a ticket for being caught with magic mushrooms. It's actually like marijuana here now. So you can try magic mushrooms. And I heard that microdosing on magic mushrooms is also great for depression and anxiety, which is weird. But microdosing, key on that. So not too much if you really want the benefit of anxiety, being relieved, and depression. So it's weird, but unique. And I'm all pro alternative health and medicine. So those are two great things. Fine print about the decriminalization of hard drugs. You still get a ticket if you're caught with it. You don't get thrown in jail, but you get a ticket. Now I'm kind of on the fence on what Oregon decided to do on those things. Mainly the hard drug one, because hard drugs typically make you want to do bad things. That's usually, people when they're high on meth or cocaine, or I think it's meth, heroin, they freak out and they murder people. Those are the ones that you see on Ridiculousness, that they're getting tased and it doesn't even faze them. Like you could tase them in the neck and they're like, oh, they're like Hulk, and they'll like kick 10 cops away from them just with their arms. It kind of gives you like super weird strength, right? So decriminalizing these hard drugs, if anything, you might see a hike in crime, because being on the hard drugs usually makes you do bad things, because that in itself is a bad thing to do. I get the whole, there's like a mental disorder of people that keep going back to it. I get the curiosity of trying it once, but the returning and becoming an addiction, it's based on their personality. So I get that they need help. But this also might hike up some crime in the area. Maybe some murders. Maybe some weirdos picking up cars. I don't know where I feel on it, but it's right there on the fence. I get it. It's good because they need the help. But at the same time, you're kind of asking for bad things to happen. But we'll see what happens, because I heard great things happening over in Portugal, where they legalized it or decriminalized it, and it's been fine. So maybe Oregon will be right there with it. Now the depressing thing about what was passed is the taxing on cigarettes and cigars. You may not know, but I'm a collector of fine cigars. I love an occasional cigar. They hiked it 62% tax for buying a cigar. I guess they don't want people to smoke because it really does kill you if you smoke it as a habit. But that's absurd. That's like socialism. That's like, taxing the shit out of you. It's like, I remember living in Europe, in Germany, where everything's free. Yeah, but they don't talk about the taxes. The taxes are horrible there. So it's like, that's what's happening. They're gonna tax the shit out of you so you don't buy cigarettes and cigars. Really? A free country? Anyway, I'm on the fence on that too. Because I love cigars. I'm a fine collector of them. After I give birth, I like to enjoy a cigar. Once or twice a year. After I buy a house, I want to enjoy a cigar. 62% tax. Thanks. Thanks, Governor Brown. Either or. That's what I think on the recent laws here in Oregon. It's just my little opinion. Really doesn't mean much. Not even my vote, honestly. But that's what I think. I'm an Oregonian now. Sharing my opinion. CNN and Fox News need to add that fine print, though, because it's not like you don't get a ticket for being caught. It's still not something that's encouraged. It's just not going to throw your ass in jail for life type thing.